Hey guys, welcome back. I just wanted to step back a second and reintroduce myself to any of my new subscribers. So starting off, my name is Devin. Um, we are in south central Wisconsin here. Um, yeah, so to start off with, we have boar goats, which is a meat breed of goat, kind of like a beef cow. We have beef. I have a few pulled Hereford cows. Dairy steers. We do crops, custom baling, and we also bale a lot. Bales to sell. Bedding, hay, basically whatever whatever I can get my hands on. So I farm with my parents in a way. We kind of all work together. One of these days I'm going to step back and go over who owns what, how everything. I feel like I get interrupted by the cats every time. Who owns what just to kind of tell you guys how everything goes. So thanks for being here for the video, and I hope you can learn something today. Guys, I lied. We weren't done chopping corn. So we're chopping corn and there's snow on the ground. And the corn is really dry, ready to almost be combined. What are we doing? Quiet, trying to film. Well, we're having issues with the silo unloader. Not so much the silo unloader, but I think the wiring or the cords running to it to power it. And we need feed for the day, so we're chopping. We thought that was our best option. Yeah, I don't know. We didn't want to open a pit, so we're gonna have somebody out probably tomorrow. I'll get that fixed. But for now, we're chopping corn stalks. Goats across the road are locked in. I will bring the skid loader over probably this afternoon. We'll hook on to this older cattle trailer. We'll back it up to this corner here, load them up. I'll take them home. I just got to move this fence. I might as well do that right now. We'll unhook it and just pull it down so I can get in with the skid loader. Alright guys, so I'm sitting in a mixer right now. Dad's dumping feed on. It's like 12:30 now. Been a nice day. We'll just put it at that. Something with the silo loader. It's gotta be in the plug, I think. We tried the reset on the motor, that didn't work. I know there's power to the box because we have an outlet that's wired in to the same system there. And I just brought a drill over and the drill worked. So we decided, after a few laps, hook up to the chopper and chop a load just to get us to tomorrow. It's some dry silage. But it'll work. We got that wet cake, so it actually will probably make some pretty nice stuff once it's all mixed together. So yeah, we're loading that up. Then we'll quit for lunch. Probably take a pretty long lunch just to recuperate. I want to get the goats home from across the road. Over here, I was working the other day. I put them cement blocks in. I got to put the wire up and hopefully let the cows out. And then hopefully when we get some corn off, I can fence off some corn stalks. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know about any bedding. They kind of switched the weather around a little bit. So I really don't know what we're going to do. So. Alright, so we got this group in the barn here. We trimmed all their hooves, so our procedure here, back the trailer right up to the door, and one at a time we pull them off, throw them on the table. We trim their hooves and deworm them, and then we would throw them right in the pen. So that's done. Mom's gonna, we got to get one more feeder to screw on. I don't think I've really showed this. I feed grain on this side. There's a white PVC over there. They stick their heads out, and I can feed from the outside. Works really well. All the hay is on the other side there. They stick their head out, and there's a hay feeder there as well. So it's their winter home. Alright, so now we'll take this trailer back across the road if I can get out of here. And plan is to take the trailer across the road, and I want to do that cow fence and possibly get them outside tonight yet, or get them out of the barn at least. So I'm going to pull this across the road and start putting that up. If anybody's wondering what that silage looks like from this morning, it's pretty dry. There's a few green leaves here and there, but not a whole lot. So I just dumped a scoop of hay over in the back here. I tend to do that usually every year, just kind of dump it outside and let them, you know, they're gonna eat most of it, and whatever they don't want will just lay there. It ain't a big deal. Didn't quite get that cow fence done. I dumped some corn silage in for them, and hopefully, I don't know if I'm gonna look at that a little bit more tonight, at least the fencer side of it. Things are a little bit differently there. The fencer ran the one steer yard and then the whole pasture there, and we don't have a fence up in the one steer yard anymore. Well, they tore it down, and we just haven't put it back up, so I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do there yet. So I gotta feed you. I gotta screw a manger on in the barn and feed that group, and then go from there. So, alright guys, so that was a very interesting day. We started with the silo motor. Shh, trying to talk, guys. Shh. Silo unloader didn't work. We ended up chopping a load of corn in November, which is interesting. It seems like some pretty decent stuff. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure what the moisture content is, but it's too dry, I can tell you that. So I'm going to go ahead quickly, hopefully quickly, and shout out the comment section. I believe it was yesterday I had a comment. I think it was Bear Creek Farms, I believe was his username. From what I can understand, he's from Canada. His question was, he wanted to know a breed of goat that was able to withstand harsh, cold winters. Well, I don't exactly have a lot of experience with other breeds of goats other than Boer. We always kind of joked that our goats were kind of wimpy-ish. So kind of what I wrote back to him was, like I said, we kind of joke that our goats are wimpy. That's not necessarily true. I think the Boer goats do very well in the winter. So the big thing that I told him was, you got to have a pretty good barn or shelter for them to get into. The big thing is for them to get out of the wind, out of the cold, and that they're dry. Dry is the big thing. And if you just have like a small movable shelter, make sure you got it closed up pretty good. Lots of bedding. If heat lamps are okay. The big thing I would say is lots of bedding, and then make sure that you're feeding enough energy. Hay's good. Maybe you need some better hay. That would be a good idea. Yeah, I believe as far as I know, he's from Canada. So, they get some pretty cold temperatures up there. While we're in Wisconsin, we still get some pretty cold stuff here. It's a big joke in America that Wisconsin's our weather is so unpredictable. But as long as they got an area inside, now I'm not saying they have to be kept inside. Most of mine are kept inside because I don't have other options. And the kidding barn, which is where I'll do all my kidding, so I'm gonna start here yesterday. I don't know what they're waiting for, but this is the first group, should start any minute now, literally. And then I believe around Christmas we have a group. And then there's, we just kind of keep going till spring. And we get some pretty cold temperatures when we're trying to kid out in the barn. What we like to do is we put a calf hut in the barn. We block it off so only the kids can crawl into it. And inside that calf hut we put a heat lamp that they can crawl in the calf hut. They can sleep under the heat lamp. We also have other heat lamps that are out usually for them to use if need be. I also have coats for them if we use them here and there. Possibly we'll use them this year. I don't know if we did a whole lot last year. My grandma actually, we found a pattern and she made a whole bunch of goat coats that work quite well, and that it keeps them pretty warm for the most part. But anyways, I'm gonna cut myself off before I talk too long. Thanks for watching. Thanks for following along. Yeah, and I just talked about the comment section. If you do have any questions, throw them down there. I believe I've said it before. This is it's kind of a teaching experience for me, as well as a learning. I like to, hopefully help others with goats and learn something myself, hopefully. So, any questions, throw them in the comments. If you're into goats or farming, hit the subscribe button. I'd really appreciate that. And I appreciate you watching today. And as always, I hope to see you next time.